Hello, my people. I'm hoping I have a good connection. I have no light. Let me invite my people. Hello. Hello, Miss Mary. So, if you guys are not in my chat, like my text group, so I can text you to let you know that I'm going live. Hello. So, I don't know if I have a good connection out here. I know the lighting's really bad. I'm only going to be on here for a minute because literally, like, I'm holding my phone. Okay. So, I have grandkids. I finally have them fed. They're alive. They have food. Hello, Holly. Hello, Melissa. So, I've got one to bed. The other ones are eating ice cream and pickles. I'm not even kidding you. That's what they wanted. They had dinner. Like, I fed them dinner. Okay? But, like, I ran over one of my grandbaby's bicycles. It was like, you think that I would have, like, I don't know. It was horrible. It was like, she cried for, like, I don't know, a solid straight hour. It looked so sad. Hello, Miss Holly. So, I wanted to come on tonight. Hello, Tanya. So, something struck a chord with me today, okay? So, I wanted to get on here and first of all, say one thing is that my best friend, Tina, is always doing a gratitude list. And something that I've always not done is a gratitude list. Hi, Miss Tina. Is it clear? Oh, my God. It's because I'm outside. Hello, Miss Tina. Hello, Miss Julie. So, Tina got me thinking, you know what I mean, about doing a gratitude list, because even though I have been drinking the happy coffee and I feel like really energetic and I feel clear-headed and like I've probably done the best homework I've ever done, like seriously, the best like papers I've done in so long. In fact, I got like an A on a paper I did yesterday or the day before yesterday. Is it freaking amazing? Oh my God, it's so clear. I need to come outside more often and do lives. But, you guys, so I don't want to go into deep detail, okay? But you guys know I've always been really honest and upfront and raw with, you know, the things that have happened in my life. And I feel like that, you know, God really put Lime Life in my life because he knew that I was going to need it, right? And he knew that, you know, God knows what's going to happen before we know. Like, he knows everything. He tells us that, you know, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be things that happen that we may not understand. And, you know, the one thing that's hard for me to hear sometimes is that, you know, there's a reason, right? And, you know, I remember when Chris passed away, and this is kind of what I wanted to talk about, having a gratitude list. Yes, it's great coffee. I'm like, you have no wrinkles. Oh, yes, I do, girl. Oh, yeah, I do. They're like, well, I have good skincare, but I have wrinkles. So, but thank you. But anyway, look at this brow. I mean, it's like so, like, now you can see all my junk. But do you see? It's like those are like, it's like real hairs. This brow pencil is like it's like the real deal, guys. Like, I have never used a brow pencil. And I'm not just saying it because Lime Life is my jam. I'm saying it because it's the truth. But anyway, I'm getting off of my subject. But anyway, so what was I saying? You said something about wrinkles, and I'm all like, you know, no, I know, right? Aren't they great? And then I started talking about brows, squirrels. Anyway, gratitude, okay? So somebody talked, we had a talk today, right? Somebody talked with me today, and I found out that there was a young man who was literally 24 years old that committed suicide. And he was just came back from active duty, and you know, him and his girlfriend had been together for years. And you know, one of the things that I've always said about, and I know this is not my normal my normal Lime Life happy video. And it's not that I'm sad. It's just something struck a chord with me today. And it made me grateful. And you know, sometimes when you hear things that aren't always what you want to hear, or something that you don't expect to hear, or something that maybe hurts you just a teeny tiny, or something that is said, or something that doesn't go your way. You know, in the last 2 days, I've had something happen where I'm going to have to go out of town and have to be there in person, where I thought that I was going to have to write a letter. And without to go into much detail, you know, it's something that I witnessed. And so I have to basically go, and I have to, you know, I have to drive, I have to go out of town, I have to take off, you know, from work. It wasn't what I wanted, right? And I know I'm talking about two different things here, but just give me a moment, I'll bring it all together. Hello, Nicole! Hello, everybody hopping on. You guys, if you're hopping on, tell me that you're here, say hi to me. Sometimes if we're not friends and you're hopping on, if somebody sprinkles out this video, because you know, God put this on my heart today, and I know when God puts something on my heart that it's something that somebody needs to hear. And not that I have all this amazing wisdom, but I do listen to my inner voice, and I try really, really hard to listen to him and say, thank you, Miss Mary. Thank you. Yes, so guys, hashtag I'm here, hashtag trust the process, hashtag we haven't done hashtag Team Michelle, or hashtag, we should do hashtag Team Sonia, because Sonia is actually recovering from a surgery. Interrupted. Oh, is that better? Tell me if I'm better. Give me hearts if you guys can hear me. Hello, Miss Sally Joe. Okay, you're back. Okay. So you guys give me some hearts to make sure that you guys, I know that you guys are here. I'm outside. So, but anyway, the long and short of it, I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to get to my point. So a couple things have happened in the last couple days that did not go my way. You know, I definitely did not want to have to go out of town. I thought I was going to have to write a letter. And then I had this conversation with someone today. Hello, Miss Sally. I had this conversation with someone today, and I just found out that this young kid that literally had only been in the military for a very short time, maybe less than a year, and he had committed suicide. And, you know, she got on Facebook, and she was very open about it, because everybody was asking her what happened. And, you know, I remember that. I remember when Chris died. I remember going into Walmart, and like everybody was like, either they ran from me or they came up and asked me what happened and how he died. And, you know, it's kind of like, I'm like looking at people going, why are you asking me that? You know what I mean? Or, you know, somebody even said to me, do you think that he committed suicide because you were too busy? And I just, you know, today the conversation that I had with someone was, you know, they said that that's the most, and I'm going to keep saying what she said so I don't get squirrels, but she said it's the most selfish thing that anybody could ever do. Like, to take their own life without thinking of the repercussions and what it's going to do to a family. What it's done to my family has been like a domino effect of nothing but hurt and sadness. And, you know, it's changed our entire compass of our family. It's changed everything. It's like that person is supposed to be here and they're not. And then it changes everything. But I've always been this person who feels like I need to be an advocate for, you know, people who are depressed and people who are suicidal, and, you know, people who, you know, feel like that people are better off without them. You know what I mean? Like, that they're in such a bad place that they're not thinking of anything. And then today when that person said that, you know, it really upset me at first. You know, it really just like, I was like, God, don't you realize that if somebody's going to do that, they have to be hurting so bad. And it's not selfish. It's like so sad that that person feels like their only way out is to leave. And this is kind of where I'm getting to is, Thank you, Miss Sally. You know, she went on Facebook because she felt like that everybody was her, you know, his family was blaming her, and, you know, her family was helping her. And, you know, it brought back so many memories of when Chris died. You know, I felt like that there were so many people that judged me for talking about it on Facebook. And I don't really talk about it a lot anymore. Like, I briefly discussed it on Facebook with my network, and obviously people wanted to know what happened to my husband, and it took a while for me to even say what happened to him. It took a while for me to say that I found him in our house. It took a while for all that to come out. So it's not like it all came out at once. But the reason, and this is what she said today, the reason that I'm saying this right now, the reason that I even talk about it, is because if I can help one person, you know, save their life, or one person that might not know me that is maybe coming across this video, change their life, you know, make a difference in their life. Hi, Pastor Burnside, I just saw you tonight. Then it's okay. It's okay for people who don't understand. It's okay for people who, you know, were upset with me back then for talking about Chris, because they're like, well, what about our name? You know, what about our family name? And, you know, I get that, and that, you know, but for me, part of my healing, part of what I had to do for me is talk about it. Like, you know, he doesn't, you know, Chris's life did not end that day. Chris's life moves on with me and everything that I do. And, you know, having to go do the things that I don't want to do, it makes me grateful for, it just makes me so grateful for the good things in my life. You know, I am so grateful that I have you guys. I'm grateful that I have an amazing network of friends. I'm grateful for my church. I'm grateful for being able to... Mary said, I'm sorry for your pain your family has endured. I've learned to know and appreciate your strength. Thank you, Miss Mary. And gosh, I don't mean to cry. It's like, you know what? It's been so long since I have, like, been sad, and I don't mean to be. God, I hate it. Because I wanted this to be about being grateful, and also being grateful when you feel like there's nothing to be grateful for. And I know that I've never, before Chris died, I always thought, what a selfish thing to do. How can you be so selfish and, you know, decide for everybody else that, you know, your life isn't important, you know? And thank you, Miss Holly. But I never thought about Chris and said to myself, what a selfish act. I never did that. Like, I always have been more, because I knew him and I knew that he was not that person. But you guys, today, for the first time, it struck a chord with me, and it struck a chord with me that, oh my God, what if he was selfish? What if, you know, all this time, I have suffered, and, you know, what if he was selfish, and what if, you know, he wasn't thinking about anybody but himself, you know? And so I'm just telling you guys that regardless of whether someone thinks selfish, regardless of whether somebody thinks that, you know, it's, you know, it's the only thing that person could have done at that very moment. And, you know, really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Gosh, you guys. I'm not saying what I wanted to say, and I hate that because I get emotional and then I don't continue. But the main purpose for this video tonight was just to say that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm saying this to this person because this person right now, literally this just happened to at the end of June, and she has so much pain right now, and it just brings up everything that happened. And it just makes me so sad that somebody could take their life and not think a thing about it. And I know that if Chris was here, he would have never done that. If he could have seen the suffering of his children and the suffering of his grandchildren, and the grandchildren that he never got to meet. There's 4 grandkids that were born. And I guess, hi Sissy, hi Amy. I guess my main purpose for always being very real and raw about my life and my journey of grief and where I'm at in my grief. And right now, I am angry. And I'm angry because, it's 2.5 years later, and have I moved on? Yes. Have I moved forward? Yes. Have I moved on? No, I haven't moved on. And, even if I get married one day, even if I fall in love, if, God has that in the plan for me, He will forever be here with me. He is the person that I am today because of Him. Because of Him, I went to college. Because of Him, I finished college. Because of Him, I'm still in college. He is the person that I am. He is why I'm the person I am today. I was with Him for over 20 years. We raised a family together. You can't just move on from that. And that's what she was saying today. And that's what she was saying to people that were judging her for doing certain things, judging her. I remember I sold Chris's truck, and it was because I couldn't look at it. And nobody understood that. They were like, well, it's his, and I'm not going to go into who or what or why. But when you've lost somebody, the last thing that you want to do is look at their stuff. You can't look at their stuff. Like, their stuff is you can't look at their stuff. And she was saying today that somebody was judging her because she, gave some of his clothes away. And I get it. I get where she's at. And I'm like, if nobody has been there, if you have never witnessed a suicide, if you have never been there, if you have never felt the pain of knowing that you're never going to see that person again, you really should stay out of it. You know what I mean? And I just felt so grateful that I could talk to her, and I felt so grateful that maybe, just maybe, I could help someone today, because I do know what that person's going through. And so the gratitude list that Tina always tells me to do, she's told me for 20 years to do the gratitude list. And so I finally did one. I finally did one today. There's always going to be the triggers out there that awake things that you've laid down, but God has His hands on it. Yes, He does. Oh, Miss Amy, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Hi, Luana. I feel so upset about my cousin's suicide, and some of the past students saying the painful thought. Yes, Miss Sally, and that's what I'm talking about. This is the deal. It touches everybody. I mean, suicide affects everybody, and everybody on here has probably known someone that has committed suicide. And I guess my main purpose again for this video is just to say that, remember that what you say to people really sometimes all you can say Trace, I don't know how you feel. I have no clue how you feel, but I love you. And, you know, people don't mean to hurt you. People don't mean to say hurtful things. And, you know, when people are hurting, they do the craziest stuff. You know, I never went back to my house, you guys. I found my husband in our spare bedroom. I never went back to our house. I was judged for that. And again, this is not about, you know, why I was judged or anything like that. It's just this person, I felt so sorry for, because, you know, she was getting so much backlash, you know, and all she's trying to do is move on. She's trying to move on and be the happiest that she can be in the situation that she's in. And so today I am so grateful that I have the opportunity that I can actually talk with someone and give them a little bit of, you know, this is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to go through. This is what is going to happen to you. And you can't worry about what anybody else thinks. And you've got to do what you have to do for you and for your family. Because if you don't, because there was a time where I, you know, really probably a week into after he passed away, that I thought, you know, there's no way I can live through this. Like, this is it. Like, this is, you know, this is it for me. And, hey, Miss Carol Gaylaburow, Dr. Gaylaburow, you're never on my videos. And this is even a funny one. This is a sad one. Dang it. Anyway, I was talking about Chris and about situations, the last 2 days, a situation that happened that I have to go and I have to testify in court, and I did not, you know, this is something completely separate. But it's for a family member. And then a young lady, her husband, who was in the Air Force, not the Air Force, but in the Army, he just committed suicide, and we just found out about it. Hello, Miss Amy. And it just triggered so much emotion and so much stuff, like I haven't talked about it in a while. And the fact that I've always said that I thought it was a selfish act, but until Chris died, and then like I changed my perspective. Like, my perspective changed because I knew that if he was in his right mind, that he would have never done that. So, you know, my perspective today is just being grateful that I'm able, that I am a survivor, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And just because I'm a survivor doesn't mean that I don't struggle with it. There are some mornings that I get up and I wake up and I think, oh my God, this is my life. My husband's gone. And he, you know, he's still my husband. I didn't divorce him. We didn't get a divorce. You know, that's the hardest part about suicide, is there's no ending. And, you know, there's a word for widow. I mean, you know, there's not a word for anything else, you know. It's that you're a widow. You're not, you know what I mean? There's no other word but widow. Hello everybody. Hey Tracy. Yes, Project Semicolon. And you know, that's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get a tattoo. I've never had one, you guys. I'm scared to death, but I want one so bad. And it's going to be like a semicolon and a cross. But anyway, my whole point for this video was, you guys, it's crazy that something so bad and so sad and so unbelievable, that God can bring us to this place where, even though it's so hard sometimes, that you can get through anything. Like, it doesn't matter what happens in your life. It doesn't matter the loss that you suffer. It doesn't matter how much education you have. It doesn't matter who you are, you know, where you come from. You know, it happens to all of us. We probably will know someone who will commit suicide in our lifetime. And that is the sad, utter truth of it. And that is why I am so real about it, and so raw and so open, because that person would have never reached out to me. That person would have never reached out to me had I not been talking on Facebook about it. And today I made a difference in her life, and I know that she's gonna be okay, you know. And so, you know, for me, it's all worth it. It's all worth it if I can make a difference in one person's life. And so today I made my first gratitude list. Tina will be so proud of me. It's something that I have never done. I've always like, whatever, I know what I'm grateful for. I don't have to write it down. But today I am grateful that suicide touched my life. And that's so hard to say, you guys. I know Miss Tracy. I knew Miss Tracy as a child. We actually grew up together. Thank you so much, Tracy. But today, you know, I know, and that's so hard to say, and maybe somebody won't understand that, because I'm not grateful for I'm not grateful for losing my husband, but I'm grateful that I'm strong enough that I went and, you know, found my place in God. You know, I found my strength in Jesus, and I'm grateful that today I was able to help someone else. And even if things do not go my way, it doesn't mean that I can't find something positive. So today I'm going to be positive about going and having to do this, saying in person, as opposed, and I'm not going to get into the details, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things that happen in your life, and you're just like, really, really, God, why am I having to do this, and what am I supposed to learn? But you know that you'll figure it out later. Hey, Miss Donna. But anyway, so now that I've cried on Facebook, I haven't done that in like probably a year and a half. Hello, everybody. But anyway, so if you will sprinkle this video, hi Jennifer, sprinkle this video, because you never know what person needs to hear it, what person may be going through a really hard time in their life. And it doesn't have to be suicide, it's anything. Life is hard, you guys. Life is tough. Thankful through the tragedy, you crawled into the lap of Jesus. Thank you, Sally. That's what I was trying to say. Sometimes I get emotional and I lose my words. So yes, yes. I have no glasses on, you guys. I'm so blind. You have me in tears. Thank you for doing this video. Aw, Tara, I love you. Yes, hashtag survivor. Hashtag survivor. So I'm just going to leave this last little thing. And that sometimes you never know all the bad things that happen to you in your life, and the things that you go through that hurt you down deep in your heart, and you think that you're never going to get through it, that one day you can actually say that you're grateful for that. You're grateful that you went through that. I'm grateful. I'm not grateful for the act. I'm not grateful for losing my husband. Don't get me wrong. I'm just grateful that I survived. I'm grateful that I am able to help someone else because I didn't lay down and die. Because let me tell you, I wanted to. Like, I wanted to lay down and die. And I thought that I was. I mean, literally, probably for the first year, I was kind of walking in a fog. And thank God that God carried me, because I got a degree. I mean, I got a master's during that time. I'm getting a second master's, and, you know, I have an amazing job. I have amazing friends. I have so many things to be grateful for. And, you know, God got me through that. And, so yeah. So that is all I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm so grateful for this person that reached out to me. I'm grateful for a person that, you know, said something to me today that struck a chord. I'm grateful that I'm going to have to go and be in person. I'm really not. I'm just saying that I am about this, because I'm not grateful for that. But it is on my gratitude list tonight. I wrote a gratitude list. And you guys, if you've never wrote a gratitude list, I really highly encourage you to do it, because it really helps you to see everything on paper that you have. Like, Tina tells the story that at the time that she wrote her first gratitude list, after she lost her son, and, you know, to think about that, to lose a child, and Miss Mary knows what that feels like. I can't even imagine, you know. And that's the thing, when you lose someone, you still don't know what that's like. Like, I don't know what it's like to lose a child, you know. But I know what it was like to lose a husband. And so until you're going through those things, oh my God, you guys, I need some Lime Life lotion, because I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes out here. It's bad. It's so bad. Thank you so much, Miss Sally. Thank you. But she was thankful for her cat. But she wrote that every single night until she found one more thing to be grateful for. And that was for her car. And tonight, when I wrote down those things, and I said, I am grateful for the struggle and the situation that I went through with Chris, was the first time that I ever, you know, said that. And so that is why I came on tonight, because I really wanted to say that no matter what you go through, when you survive, because you will, you're going to come to a place of calmness, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So no matter what you're going through, if you're watching tonight, I'm not sure who needed to hear this. Hello, Miss Teresa. You guys, I just got ate at by mosquitoes. Like, seriously, like, they are like eating my body. I need some Lime Life mask, or not mask of Zen, but raining Zen. Because if I had that on my legs right now, I wouldn't be getting eaten by mosquitoes. And there's people watching my life. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you guys for listening. And yeah, so write yourself a gratitude list. And I am so happy about Happy Coffee, because if you guys have not tried it, it's pretty amazing. I started off this video talking about the best paper I've ever done. So yeah. Tara said, I hope one day my story of surviving suicide can help others the way yours is. Aw, Tara. Tara, it already has. It already has. And you know what? You just keep sharing it. Because the thing is it's been 2.5 years, and I haven't really talked about Chris in so long. And then this person reaches out to me, and it was just like, oh my God, you know, thank you, God, for giving me the courage and the strength to go on Facebook and be raw and real about my life, because this person would have never, ever, you know, reached out to me otherwise. But anyway, you guys. So, I'm losing daylight. And my daughter's neighbors are probably thinking that I'm cray-cray. And I've got mosquito bites. Oh my God, you guys, my legs are like ate up with mosquito bites. I'm not grateful for mosquito bites. Hi, Andrea. So, Tara, if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here for you. Always, always, always. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that some of this made sense. I hope that you all decide to do a gratitude list, because I'm telling you, when you see it on paper and you actually like write it down and you soak that in, it's like so different than having it in your head. It's almost like having a project to do and you have it all in your head, and then when you finally write it all down, you can actually get the project done. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'm going to go in and put on some Wonder Up Wonder on these legs, because I literally just got it. So if you guys need anything for mosquitoes, Raining Zen, Limelight Lotion, Raining Zen is thebomb.com. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye.